Have you ever thought, how cool would that be to read Japanese haiku in Japanese? And it shouldn't be too hard, it's just 3 lines. Welcome to this channel, Japanese for Creative Hearts. My name is Jana Sakowska. I've been teaching Japanese for 18 years. I hold a bachelor degree in Japanese history and culture and a bachelor degree in psychology. And today, I invite you to read 3 beginner-level spring haiku to read and translate. And we're going to start with a beautiful haiku by Takahashi Yo-sensei, who sadly passed away last summer, and I invite you to honor his legacy by reading one of his haiku. It goes like this.
風光、すなわち物の皆光る。The wind shines, and then all the things begin to shine. Let's have a grammatical breakdown. Line number 1. 風光、風, this is the word for the wind. 光, this is a noun form of the verb hikaru, meaning to shine or to glow. And here it is used as a poetic noun-like form, shining wind, or the wind shines, the wind is shining. This phrase evokes a visual image of wind sparkling in sunlight, a common seasonal image for spring. Then we have the word すなわち. すなわち is a classical or literary conjunction meaning and then, thereupon, accordingly, and it means then. This word functions like a poetic version of すると, then, in modern Japanese. This word introduces the consequence or natural progression of the first image. As the wind shines, something else follows. Then we have 物の, 物, these are things and objects, and no, this is a genitive or possessive particle, of things. Here, 物の means of things, referring to everything in the surrounding world, natural objects. And then we have the last line, 皆光る. Mina, this is all, everything, and hikaru, verb meaning to shine in its present or future tense. So we have this haiku. The wind shines, and then all the things begin to shine.
This image, the wind is shining, goes well with swift and precise movements like doing sports or playing a musical instrument. Like imagine volleyball. First game of the season outside. Do you see it, how the wind is shining? Also, it goes well with large and pleasant spaces or landscapes. For example, a beach, and a boy is running with his dog along the waterline, and the wind is shining. I invite you to use this image, bright spring image of the shining wind, in your own haiku, and if you wish, please share them in the comments. I would be delighted to read your haiku. Meanwhile, let us move on to haiku number 2, which is written by Yasusato Michiko sensei. This is how it goes.
ふらここを漕ぐつま先は雲の中. We can translate it as feet push the swing higher and higher into the clouds. Let's translate this haiku. In the first line we have ふらここを. ふらここ is an old or poetic word for swing, and the modern word is buranko, or at the end is the direct object marker. So in the first line we have a swing, and there is a hint that this swing is used as an object. Then we have the word kogu, which means to roar or to swing, or actually to move a vehicle with one's body, for example, a bicycle or here a swing. This verb is in its dictionary form and in present tense. And here it stands before the word tsumasaki, and in this case, when a verb stands before a noun, it modifies the noun. So the word tsumasaki, these are the toes, are modified by the word kogu, So these are the toes that are moving the swing, that are pushing the swing. And wa in the second particle is just the topic particle. So here we have the toes, or actually I think we can use the feet of the person who is pushing the swing while standing. And in the last line we have kumo no naka. Kumo are clouds, and no naka means inside of something, in the midst of something. So kumo no naka, inside the clouds. So this haiku suggests an almost magical or dreamlike image. A person pushing the swing with their feet so high that their toes, their feet, reach into the clouds.
A great way to make a haiku about a swing interesting is to write about a person on a swing who you don't usually expect to be on a swing. For example, is it a monk? Or is it a person in a strict business suit? Or is it a person in a gothic outfit touching up their makeup? So next time when you pass along a playground, notice who is on the swing. It can give you a brilliant idea for a haiku. And meanwhile, let's move on to haiku number 3. This is going to be a haiku by Mitsuhashi Toshio sensei, and it goes like this.
空よりも広いものなし、シャボン玉。Nothing is wider than the sky. Soap bubbles are floating. Let's translate this haiku. The first line, 空よりも. Sora, this is the sky. Yori is the comparative particle meaning than, and it relates to the word after which it stands. And more adds emphasis, even than or more than. So in this line we have more than the sky, and this line sets up a comparison. Then goes line number 2. Hiroi mono nashi. Hiroi means wide or vast. It's an adjective. Mono, we have already seen this word. It means a thing, an object. And then we have nashi. This is a classical or literary negative form, meaning there is none. It sounds a bit more poetic than nai. Altogether we have there is nothing wider than. And this is the conclusion of the comparison in the line 1, and together we have sora yori mo hiroi mono nashi, which means there is nothing wider than the sky. And then we have this surprising twist in line 3, which is shabon dama. Shabon comes from the Portuguese or Spanish word sabon, which means soap, and dama here is a ball, a bubble. So shabon dama, this is a soap bubble or soap bubbles. And just this one word at the end brings a picturesque and yet visually delicate contrast to the grand statement that preceded it. There is nothing wider than the sky. Soap bubbles are floating.
Several ways to make haiku about soap bubbles interesting. Firstly, the direction, where the bubbles are going. For example, they can be going towards a group of businessmen discussing something, or where the bubbles are coming from. This can be a very intriguing question. Secondly, the reflection. Pay attention. What do you see in the reflection and how it is reflected in the bubble? Bubbles can be a door to the looking glass world. And finally, who is blowing the soap bubbles? The character can also be interesting. So, there you have it, 3 spring haiku. I hope you enjoyed this video. I would be glad if you share your own haiku in the comment section. Thank you for watching. Please like this video and subscribe to this channel for more Japanese learning materials. And as always, follow your creative heart, learn Japanese, and I'll see you next time.